tucking the arm and all those things. But you can literally still break it up into the patterns that we talked about. So go ahead and go into prayer position. We're going to have you roll towards me. So his right's the involved side. He's going to roll towards me. So you always want to roll. The general rule of thumb is you want to roll him onto the uninvolved side. It's going to make your life a whole lot easier than if pretend this was his involved side. Much more difficult trying to get his arm out from underneath him in position, because we're going to go into prone, but more importantly, we're going to get him on prone on elbows, and I'll kind of show you why. What are some of the things we can work on? Just like what you've been taught in school before, you can you can have a pillow underneath them for support at the pelvis if they have low back pain. That was the other one, if they have severe arthritis. So a pillow underneath them to support. Now, when they get ready to roll, what you're going to want to do is basically have this shoulder supported. I can literally support that shoulder just by doing this or by here, but I just want to make sure he's coming up on his elbows. So we want prone on elbows. Keep in mind, this is his good side, so he should be able to get that arm up underneath him. Okay, so we'll go ahead and roll. Okay, we'll come up and support. He's going to get up on that elbow, and I'm just here this whole time. I'm just supporting his arm. If I let go, what his shoulder will do will anterior translate. So I'm just supporting here so it can't go anywhere. I can also do this, snake my arm around and get it supported and support this way. A lot of different ways. Once he's weight bearing though, this usually is all you need as far as support. Okay? So what are some exercises we can do in this position, with the prone position? Yeah. So think of the serratus push. Exactly. So what muscles is that working? I already told you. So serratus anterior. So and what's the serratus anterior do? Help with? Upward rotation. Yeah. And also transfers. Yeah. So we can do the serratus push in there. Okay. 2 sets of 15.
Sorry. Doesn't that help with protraction also? No.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, it'll help with the protraction. Yeah. And but the big one too is upward rotation. You can work with upward rotation here. Okay. The other part then is you can support his arm. You can support this way, however way you want, but you want to stay on that side. And then I want you to lift this arm straight up in the air and then back down. And you can just work on weight shifting. So you're forcing him to use that side. And again, if you want more control, you can support this way too, just so he feels control. So you could have him grab a cone, touch a balloon, touch a hand, whatever, and do that several times to weight shift onto that side. Does that make sense? So you're going to see a common theme. We're trying to get him to weight shift onto that involved side. Okay?
Brad, have you ever, if you needed like more hands to do different things, have you ever done like a belt around? Have you ever done that where you put it around you like a traction belt, and then around that shoulder just for some light to take place of your hands so that you could do some
I haven't, but I like that idea. It's kind of the same way we do the hip.
Yeah.
I've done that with a hip, but I haven't done it with the shoulder. Yeah, because some clinics have that seat belt with the wide part. You could definitely put that around him. I never thought of that, around your hips, and pull back and not freeze up your two hands. So you could definitely do that. Absolutely. This one.